Conche versus People. GR number 253312. March 1st, 2023. Gaillon, G. Facts. Rodrigo Conche was charged with violation of Section 5 of RA number 9165. The case was heard by the RDC of Paranaque City. Conche was represented by Gutierrez and Trinidad Law Office, GT Law Office. He was eventually convicted by the RDC. He sought reconsideration but was denied. He appealed, but his conviction was sustained by the CA. According to Conche's wife, Attorney Gutierrez from GT Law Office promised them that an appeal would be filed to elevate the case to the SC. She and her husband were thus surprised when they received the entry of judgment informing them that the conviction had become final and executory. The PEO entered its appearance as Conche's new counsel and filed a motion to recall entry of judgment and notice of appeal with the CA. It asserted that Attorney Gutierrez was guilty of gross negligence and misrepresentations while handling Conche's case, which resulted in the loss of his right to appeal and deprivation of liberty. Issue: whether Attorney Gutierrez was grossly negligent and committed misrepresentations in handling his case, depriving the petitioner of his right to due process. Ruling: it is a well-settled doctrine that final and executory judgments are immutable and unalterable. Likewise, the negligence of counsel binds the client, even for errors in the application of procedural rules. However, this rule is not absolute. This court has recognized the following exceptions when the client will not be bound by counsel's negligence. 1. When the reckless or gross negligence of counsel deprives the client of due process of law. 2. When its application will result in the outright deprivation of the client's liberty or property. Or 3. Where the interests of justice so require. The right to be heard by himself/herself and counsel is explicitly provided in Section 14(2), Article 3 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, and has been interpreted to mean that the accused should be provided with assistance by effective counsel. Canon 17 of the CPR notably provides that a lawyer must owe fidelity to the cause of his or her client and should be mindful of the trust and confidence reposed in him or her. It is further mandated under Canon 18 that a lawyer should serve his or her client with competence and diligence. It is thus the duty of counsel to exercise competence and diligence to serve as effective counsel. The quality of counsel's assistance can be put in question when the accused is deprived of his or her right to due process. Conche's right to appeal was denied because of Attorney Gutierrez's gross negligence and misrepresentations. He was not guilty of contributory negligence for the loss of his right to appeal. The manner by which Attorney Gutierrez handled his case deprived him of his right to be assisted by effective counsel.